This one is another disappearing block, but this is a disappearing HST 4-patch. That means half square triangle, you know. These disappearing blocks are fun and they're very popular too, and they're really easy to do. Now, normally we start with a 4-patch or a 9-patch, and those are just squares of plain fabric. But this one starts with half square triangles. So you can see I've put 4 half square triangles together. They need to be arranged in this order. You know, 2 of them are pointing in and then 2 of them have the darts pointing out. That's the whole key to this. Now, like any disappearing block, we're going to cut into it, right? So the trick to this one is we need to find our center point, and we're going to cut 1.5 inches away from that center point on both sides. Then I'm going to rotate this. We're going to do the same thing, cut 1.5 inches away from that center line. So if you have a rotating cutting mat, honestly, that is a lifesaver with something like this. I would never try this without it. In fact, I did try it without it and I regretted it. So when you have a rotating cutting mat, you need to center the block on the mat. So what's the easiest way to do that? Because these are not always exact, you know, and always perfect. But I know I have a center seam across here and a center seam across here. This whole cutting mat is actually 13 inches. So at my 6.5 point, I just want to line up my seam there. Same here, same there. I'm lining them all up on the 6.5 point, and that's as close as I'm going to get. And that's fine. I'm good with that. So next, we're going to cut the 1.5 inches away from the center. If you have one of the rulers that have the extra 1/2 inch on them, that's ideal for this. I love that. Because I'm going to use this. I'm going to line this line up with my seam line, and then I'm just going to measure over 1.5 inches. So it's pretty easy to do. So I do have to stand up for this one. So I'm going to lay this on here, and you can see, you may not be able to tell, but this 1.5 inch line is right along that seam. So with that there, I'm going to slice. And then this is the trick. You have to do this kind of slowly and carefully. You don't want to mess up the order of this, and you don't want them to shift while you're trying to do this. So I'm going to lay this down again. We're going to do another 1.5. Now he moved just a hair, but I'm not going to worry about that. We've got 2 more cuts to do. Here is that one. And it's staying in place nice. That's what we want. And that doesn't happen all the time. And that's the last cut. So now we get to play with it, okay? Like any disappearing one, we rotate all the corners first, right? So if I turn all of these 4 corners out, like this and like that, then we're also going to rotate these side pieces out. And when I do that, I come up with the new design. So we have 3 rows here. So here's my bottom row, right? I'm going to stitch these 2 together and this one. Then I'll stitch my middle row together, and I'll stitch my top row together, and then join them. So that's basically how we do it. It's very simple to do. That's the finished product. And I made a few others in some other colors, just you can see. Color combinations are fun to play with on something like this because it's not a tough block to do, but it looks like you did something complicated, and that's what I like about this. I hope you will give this one a try. Hope you'll follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, happy sewing.